Hello, today we will be doing a video on Legends of Tomorrow Season 5. And let's just start off with reviewing the plot. So, basically, from last season, Astra, which I did forget mentioning, I'll talk about her later, but Astra basically unleashed a bunch of people on the world. Although, I thought the coins that said like, names like Joseph Stalin, like, Ben Mussolini, Hitler. I thought it said all people like those, but I guess it didn't. I don't know. Anyways, but I guess bad people did come back. Like Damien Dark came back, which is the fourth season he's been in, but he was still good. But yeah. Anyways, the plot is basically they're encores and they're kind of just going after them really. Yeah, they're just going after all the encores and all that, and yeah, they're just kind of just doing that, and until John's dying, and in episode 4, or episode 5, I can't remember, when Astra's like, oh, I'm gonna rewind your years, basically make his lung cancer speed up to you're dead now. Basically, where we learn about the Loom of Fate and the Fates. And by the way, we learn Charlie's of Fate, which I'll talk about in the character section, but yeah. And then they just look for the Loom of Fate. Yeah. So, I guess characters now. Yeah. Charlie's, I think, she wasn't Clotho, right? She was either Clotho or Lachesis. I also forgot the main villain's name. They're one of the Fates. I don't know. But also, it's me. But they talk Greek mythology. But, the Fates aren't Greek mythology. It's Norse mythology. But anyways. So, yeah. I was like, this is a twist, in Season 6. We find out Gary's an alien. I mean, it's oh, you think it changed a lot about the character? It really doesn't. I mean, it makes sense now why he's so weird and not human-like. But yeah, and, Charlie, I guess, just makes her more powerful, makes her, give her a better reason to be in that same cage with Mullis, which I still don't get. They're way weaker than Mullis. So what? It's he's like, you open a door and you can't, now Mullis wasn't the only one to get out. I was like, yeah, but none of them are anywhere near as powerful as Mullis. Also, quick question, what happened to the 6 totems? Why didn't they just use that for all the threats? I know that's kind of a dumb response, but still. Anyways, we also got introduced to Berhad. By the way, I think I'm saying that right. I hope I am. By the way, Zari died last season. I forgot to mention that, I think. I forgot. Maybe I didn't. John's still hanging around. We get Astra as a character. She's also a villain, but technically we introduced her last season, but she's a villain and then she turns good. By the way, you know how long, Astra has been waiting to be in here? She was teased from halfway through season 3. Took, a year for her to be introduced, for her to become a main character or even a villain. It took 2 seasons or a season and a half or something like that. It was when Mullis was
you can't save a John. It's like you couldn't save Astra.
That was my best Mullis impression. I know it's bad, but still, yeah, it was that, and I was it took a while for her to be introduced, but she was good. I think she's better in later seasons. But, yeah, overall that was interesting. She kind of just dropped the main film titles and became the Fates. Kind of like how Flash Season 5 dropped both cicadas, became Reverse Flash. Dropped one cicada, became Cicada version 2. Then dropped that, became Reverse Flash. I don't know. So yeah, that was overall good. All the other characters really just stay same in quality. I think that's all the new characters. Yeah, so that's all the new characters, I believe. If I'm missing any, correct me. So, yeah. Then, I guess let's go into the villains. The Fates, probably the second worst villain. I mean, yeah. They're basically as forgettable as Vandal Savage, but Vandal Savage is just more annoying. So yeah, that's why I put them higher. I would say, like, they're better. No, they're worse than Neuron. They're worse than Neuron. Although they are in a better season overall. I'd even say Bishop's better. And Bishop honestly wasn't that bad of a villain. I see people saying he was such a dumb villain, but I don't think he was that bad. But yeah, honestly, the Fates were just pretty boring. I forgot the one that killed Behrad. Also, gotta mention this, Sarah got powers. Like, just feels weird. They just gave her powers and they were like, oh, take it away. And like, people were like, oh my god, they wasted the powers. So I feel like then they tried to make up with it by giving Sarah alien powers in season 6. But hey, that's just me. But yeah, the villains are overall fine. Honestly, this is a good season. It just had some high parts. Honestly, I think really the end saves it. That was really good. The like final couple episodes. But yeah, I'll give some key episodes. Probably episode 13. The episode 14, I think it's called, that one where they're in the TV show or something like that. Whatever one where John's like dying and he's dealing with like all that. And yeah, I don't really remember much of the. It's also kind of just forgettable with the Fates. Just all that in general. Like, they tried to mimic the Spear of Destiny and did it worse. Like, this is like the second time they had some almighty cosmic powerful thing. They do it again in season 6 with the Well of Purity or something like that. Something like that. And it just doesn't hit as well as the Spear of Destiny. It was still quite good. So overall, I'll give it's pretty good. So I'll give the season like a 7.9, which is like my highest good rating. Okay. Well, goodbye and subscribe.